as odd as this may sound, I was an English major in college. And when I was an English major in college, I had to go look at Shakespeare, and there'd be words that I didn't know what they meant. And instead of me, before I was an English major, if I saw Shakespeare, I was like, that didn't make any sense, whatever. It sucks. When I went to college and I had to read literature and I had to analyze it and I had to figure out what it meant, I learned how to use a dictionary. I learned how to be okay with saying, oh, I don't know what that word means, or I don't understand this phrase. Let me break it down. Let me parse it out. Let me break down these individual words and find out their meanings. And so for me, if I would have read that Rules of Engagement, which we just read in 1996 when I was 25 years old, I would have been like, ugh. But having gone to college and studied English, I understood those rules of engagement, and I was able to articulate and explain to the troops what they actually meant. So I think I was very lucky in that respect. I was also very lucky in the respect that I had just got back from Iraq, and the first deployment that I did in Iraq was a very active deployment. We were lucky enough to have a very high op tempo. We were conducting mission after mission after mission. I got a lot of experience. I was very lucky to be able to do that. And this might sound strange, but we did a lot of direct action missions, meaning we did a lot of the kind of the classic SEAL mission of there's a bad guy in this building in this part of the city. We go out, kick in his door, grab the guy, capture him, bring him back to base, interrogate him, go out, get another guy. Like, that's what we did. Classic SEAL mission, especially for the war on terror. It's a classic SEAL mission. And I did so much of that without a better way of saying this, I kind of got my fill. And when you do that many missions, you're definitely stoked on it. But then, my aperture opened up to where I started looking and saying, well, what else could we do? What else could we bring to the battlefield? And by the time we got to Ramadi, yes, I was looking to conduct those type of direct action missions, but I also thought to myself, how else can we help? So that was already in my mind. And look, I know you and Stoner and the rest of the boys wanted to conduct some direct action missions, no doubt. And we definitely planned to and did. But I mean, it's like, you really want to have chocolate chip cookies, Well, I had eaten a bunch of chocolate chip cookies the previous deployment, a lot of them. And so I was like, hey, dude, there's steak over here. There's like good burgers over here. There's
it's not all
chops.
It's cracked up.
It's not all. We don't have to just keep eating these chocolate chip cookies. Let's have them. Let's definitely have them. But we can do some other things. So those are some things that I was lucky about. Lucky that I studied English. I hate to say it. It's embarrassing a little bit. Lucky that I studied English. Lucky that I had done that. I had a high op tempo in my previous deployment, and I didn't have any. For lack of a better word, I didn't have anything to prove. Like, I needed to do a bunch of these missions so I could be like, oh, look what I did. And I had a lot of experience. I had a lot of experience planning and conducting operations. So I was very lucky from that respect.